The bands that I really enjoyed here, a lot of them I forgot because I didn't know who they were when I walked in, and I've forgotten about them since I walked out. But there was always a you could count on something interesting here. It was very rare that you got a run-of-the-mill cover band in this place. But you know what? Actually, what I really enjoyed was it the crosscuts?
The double cuts.
Double cuts. Yeah. Double cuts are spectacular.
Smith and the even squares.
They were spectacular.
Yeah.
They were spectacular.
Those are great players.
Yeah.
And sometimes when you book a band, you know that they're all great players.
For those listening at home who don't know who these bands are, they're both country swing bands. One are younger kids, the crosscuts.
The double cuts.
Double cuts. Double cuts. Get their CDs now. And the other band was what again?
Ed Smith and even squares, like Merle Haggard.
Yeah, and they're older guys. That's the one with Wendell Ferguson and
they had a hard time drawing here, even though they were a great band. They really, they couldn't draw for whatever reason.
Did they do any promo?
Big time. They did the promo. We did the promo.
I get them. I would get it on Facebook from them as well.
This is how I got to see them because
I think you just had to be walking by, didn't you, on this Sunday afternoon we were here?
Maybe, yeah.
And you were going, who are these guys?
yeah, that's very possible. But the double cuts, I knew I had an idea. No, I never saw them at the Cameron, but
they're there once a week.
It was on your anniversary here earlier this year, and I was meeting some other people. And Danny was playing earlier on. The Human Jukebox, that should be his title.
Danny Marks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, I'd like to thank you for all the years of knocking back a few pints here.
You know, I somewhat feel guilty about it, because I didn't come here a lot because it was down the street and I don't
go far to walk.
Exactly. It's too far to walk.
The beer was 50 cents too much. He said, I'm going to go to the Tennessee.
It's true.
City workers.
It's true.
City workers.
You know, but the times that I was here, it was a pleasure. I was well taken care of. Yeah, it was impossible not to have a good time here. And you had, and someone else has mentioned this in print elsewhere, is you could always count on finding a real variety of the people that walk the earth and the neighborhood in this place, getting together and not having any issue with each other.
It's all about love and respect, and the people get along here. So
there were a lot of fights here. Were there?
I only threw out Wally. Well, how does that? I mean, after 19 years, yeah, there was a few scuffles, you know, and but you know,
not many.
Not a lot. For a rock and roll place.
Yeah.
It's pretty calm most times.
Most of the times, you know, we just we encouraged people.
You know, the kind of people going to get into a fight couldn't afford it here anyway. So
that's right.
Matter, you know?
Well, you know, the thing is, when I first opened up in 2000, I had my prices up a little bit for that purpose.
Yeah,
kind of like
they were only like about 25 cents more or something than
50 cents.
Yeah.
But that made a big difference on keeping a certain element out, you know.
Yeah.
I think if you remember the guy that came in here and said, "Oh, your prices are too high and you've only got one TV, you're not going to make it here."
Yeah.